Chick Chick Boom is a new strategy game on Wii Ware that pits two teams of adorable chicks against each other and has you battle it out until one side is completely gone. The game is for 1 to 4 players and can be downloaded worldwide right now for only 800 Wii points. A typical match in Chick Chick Boom is turn-based and starts with one player selecting an attack. You can choose between a bomb, which will obviously explode, a weight that drops from the sky to crush chicks, or a vicious plant that will nip at your opponent's chicks. After you've selected an attack, you then have to trace the dotted line to send it over to your opponent's side of the arena. The faster you manage to trace, the more powerful your attack will become. Each of the 3 attacks have 3 upgrades to them, so for example, the bomb can turn into a frog bomb that leaks out acid after exploding, or even a ladybug bomb, which might not seem deadly, but trust me it is, because it'll blow up once, and then it'll shoot out 2 little mini bombs. Defending yourself against attacks is obviously pretty important, and involves pointing your Wii remote at the screen to draw lines to block your chicks from danger. The vicious plant, for example, requires you to draw upward lines for it to grow on. The weight can only be blocked if you draw a straight line for it to fall on, and the bomb requires you to draw kind of a half circle around it to cover up the explosion. Now, timing is very important when drawing though, because your lines do disappear somewhat quickly. You can duke it out in up to 3 different arenas. Each one not only looks different, but also has a special attack bonus. The city has a UFO that beams up chicks, the ship features an octopus that swats at your chicks, and the Haunted Woods has sneaky little ghosts that will mess with you in a variety of ways, such as eating the lines that you draw. There's also bonus characters that will pop up in every stage randomly. For example, Corncob Man can be shot at to earn health when your chicks eat the little kernels. There's also a piñata that's filled with bonuses and will fall from the sky. You need to then shoot at it and get it to land on your side. As you can imagine, trying to get the piñata against another player can become insanely frantic. Even though the gameplay is pretty straightforward here, there is a lot of complexity in terms of what you can do. You may even develop some of your own sneaky strategies against your opponents. One thing I love to do is, when the other player is tracing their attack, point over on their side of the screen and shake your cursor all over the place. It's a little underhanded and sneaky, but trust me, it'll get results. There is a very simple, clean visual style going on here in Chick Chick Boom. All of the characters and levels are full 3D and have a cel-shaded design applied to them. The characters are well animated, and personally, I find it pretty awesome how tons of bits manage to take the concepts of chicks being smashed and turn it into something that seems cute and not grossly disturbing and violent. There are even a few special effects which look pretty impressive. The slime dripping down the screen here, as you can see, looks pretty nice. Overall, the game's visuals are unique and have a very clean, polished look to them. I really love the soundtrack to this game. It kind of reminds me of a classic Nicktoon from the early 90s. The music almost sounds like it was taken directly from an episode of The Rugrats or Rocko's Modern Life. As for the sound effects, they're kind of basic and they get the job done. I actually like how the little chicks will make squeaky noises, and when the Corncob Man or piñata appear, you'll hear a little kid call out their name. You can play 3 different modes in Chick Chick Boom. There's duel mode, which is the main game where you'll battle as 1 versus 1 player, or you can play with up to 4 people in teams of 2. There's a time mode, where you need to eliminate all of the chicks on your opponent's side within a certain time limit. And finally, there's the pro mode, where you see how long you can last and how many chicks you can defeat. This mode is where you'll probably find most of the game's replay value if you're only going to be playing by yourself. You can also unlock new chicks after completing achievements. Some of them include Team Teddy, Team Mushheads, and Team Chalk Drops. None of these teams play any differently from one another. It's more of a, cute little visual update. It would have been really great to see the game include a Wi-Fi mode for those who unfortunately cannot play with friends nearby. It would have also been cool to see maybe some Wi-Fi leaderboards for each one of the modes. Even so, the game does offer some decent replay value for those who have friends or family to play with. Chick Chick Boom is a unique WiiWare title that offers up tons of fun and frantic gameplay. If you're a fan of worms or Angry Birds, then this type of game really should be right up your alley. The game is simple to pick up and play after you learn things, but it's also a game where you can become more and more skilled as you play. I wish there were maybe a few more stages to play in, and maybe a couple more modes, but aside from that, everything here is very well designed.